Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
the speed of the game.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a little different. It's a little different.
Yeah. Night and day.
Yeah. I don't know if you noticed, but Devin Singletary started the game.
Start that game for what's the name?
Yeah, over Pierce. Devin
Oh,
Singletary started over
is
Pierce.
Pierce gonna play tonight though?
I don't know, man. I didn't see anything that said he was out, so I
Right.
don't know,
I have
man.
to see if he plays. That'll say a lot if he plays behind him, but if he don't play, that'll also say a lot. So
True, true.
yeah.
Saying it without saying it.
Yes,
That's
sir.
very true.
Yeah.
Very true.
Say a lot.
All right, man. Well, let's jump into it, man. Now you got stuff you got to do.
Yes, sir.
So we're gonna touch on some of the news and notes from the day. Rashad Bateman was activated from the injured list today. Is that moving the needle for you at all?
It's definitely a needle mover, man. Anytime that dude's been healthy, he's been producing with Lamar. So, I mean, just overall with Lamar, it moves the needle. Just to have that other weapon, they got Zay, you know what I'm saying? They got Andrews, they got Beckham. Just bring your boy healthy on in there. You know what I mean? And it's a needle mover. So, and he's like I said, he's a speedster too. Old Bateman, so they're gonna have a lot of speed out there. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I don't know which one I would take. You know what I mean? Out of the wide receivers, it might be Zay. It just might be that new shiny toy. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But it's good to have that kid back. That Bateman back out there.
For sure. And the thing with him is he just got to stay healthy. Man. I don't know if he's gonna be playing catch up with Zay Flowers and Odell. They've been at it. So.
Right.
You hear nothing but good things about Zay. So
right.
We'll see where he is, man.
That's real. That's real.
Yeah. Next little tidbit: Deshaun Watson is starting preseason game number 1. What are your thoughts on that?
DY, got to get that man some time at quarterback, man, because end of last year did not look good. I think he got 6 starts. I want to say he played kind of decent in like a start and a half for those, you know what I mean? But like, I think it was the first 4 starts, he was absolutely terrible. He might have been like a bottom 5, type quarterback. So he didn't look good at all. He needs to gel with that offense.
For sure.
Like, because it didn't look good at all, man. And for him to be like, his first 3 years in Houston, he was like a top 5 quarterback, you know what I mean? Like consistently. You know what I mean? So, it was just like a huge fall, but, obviously he got a lot going on with like, people not liking him, kind of like, the Vic thing, you know what I mean? So he just gonna have to lock in mentally and handle his business because we know he can play football. So, sure. He just gonna have to lock in so he can uplift them weapons he got around. He got a nice little core around him, man. Nice little line, decent defense.
This might be the best team that he's had.
Yes, sir. Yeah. You know what I mean? Got who the weapons he got out there? Elijah for number 2. Yeah, got Cooper as the number 1. Got DPJ out there.
David Njoku.
Yeah, Njoku, nice little tight end. You got the best pure runner in the league behind you. And Nick Chubb. You know what I'm saying? That's the best pure runner in my opinion. Yeah. And it's proven every year with that YPC, average over 5 yards a carry. Pretty consistently. So, man, just make it happen, man. Go ahead and let that kid get him some time out there, man, so he can, work the kinks out. Yes, sir.
Yeah, they definitely need it, man. They definitely need it.
Definitely.
All right, Anthony Richardson is starting preseason game number 1, and I know that's years you invested heavily.
It was only a matter of time, big dog. It was only a matter of time. This ain't saying a lot. It's not guaranteeing him that starting spot, but like we were saying with Pierce, sometimes you say stuff without saying it, and so I feel like he's been gaining momentum in that competition. So this is it's kind of a big step, because you got the veteran out there. You could always just start him and let A Rich come in with, like toward the end of the game or whatever, play a quarter or whatever later in the game. But the fact that they want to protect A Rich as much as like to get him in with the starting group, the starting linemen. You know what I mean? Different stuff like that. Get that pressure off of them and stuff like that. I feel like that's saying a lot, you know. So
yeah,
you know what I mean?
for sure.
It's definitely big news, man.
Yeah, and with those highlights we've been seeing of him, you know, throwing those bombs and
flick of the wrist, dog.
Yeah,
he got that Mike Vick syndrome. He just and that thing going 50. You know what I mean? So yeah, he a different breed, bro.
He is, man. He is. We'll see how he does, man. See Angel in the chat. What's up, Angel? How's it going today, man? Hope you're having a good day so far. All right. Calvin Austin, Steelers wide receiver Calvin Austin could receive substantial slot snaps.
Right. Substantial. Is that what they saying?
Substantial.
But he's gonna be he's gonna start over A-Rob.
They were saying it just depends on having his. It just depends on his A-Rob's performance.
Right. They were saying A-Rob was having a good camp. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I felt like they was gonna use him as a big slot for Kenny Pickett. You know what I mean? But I mean, it's been a while coming for Calvin Austin III. You know what I mean? Had a few of his cards, as you know, so I was hoping he would pop. You know what I mean? But I let those go. You know what I mean? So I mean, you know, but I wish the kid did nothing but the best. You know what I mean? He's still young and stuff like that, so he got time to pop. But man, I was thinking your boy was getting momentum in that job, so that'll be interesting to see. You know?
Yeah. That's one of those camp battles that, you know, is going to have like a lot of meaning, a lot of meaning,
because we already know who the top two is. That's Deontay and Pickens.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so that'll be that's a spot, I guess, that's up for grabs. But I did think they brought A-Rob in just to, you know what I'm saying, to go ahead and take that. But maybe A-Rob ain't grabbing it like I thought he was. So we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, the injury slowed him down, man. We know what he's produced in the past, and
he was a monster. He was a monster in Jacksonville.
He was. I remember that year you drafted him in your league. I was trying to get him everywhere, and you drafted him. I thought I was the only one on him, man.
A-Rob, he went crazy, man. Yeah. With Minshew, I think. I don't even know. I think it was Minshew. I ain't sure. Might have been Bortles.
All right. Sky Moore has taken every first team rep with the Chiefs this summer. Does this piece of news move the needle for you?
Not particularly, because I mean, all right, so the Chiefs offense is kind of strange, because you would think you want to have that number one wide receiver for the Chiefs for fantasy, but it ain't always been like that. You know what I'm saying? The number one receiver for fantasy is always going to be, you know, Travis Kelce. You know what I mean? That's always going to be target number one. You know what I mean? And like, I feel like who was the number one wide receiver for him last year? Like, he spread
it out. He spread it out. Yeah, he spread it out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, you know, unless you're going to pop, you know, unless you're going to pop to the top, like, I mean, you know, unless you're going to take advantage of and like, I don't know, draw them targets, like, you know, get some away from Kelce. I really don't feel like it matters, you know, who the number one receiver is out there. You know, and plus, I mean, Sky's getting a chance to shine now because Tony is not there. You know what I mean? So, you know, what happens when he gets back and stuff like that. But they did draft Sky Moore pretty high. I think they got him in second round, I want to say.
So,
last year.
Second or third, somewhere.
Somewhere around. Yeah, so, I mean, they definitely want to give him a chance to make themselves look good, you know, with that draft selection. But,
for sure.
I mean, you know, we'll see. It could be all hype from the, you know, from the little reporters out there and stuff like that, too.
Yeah,
so, I mean, you never know, man. It's hype season, though.
It is.
Yeah, we'll see. It comes to the light. I would like to see. That's why I like watching a little bit of these preseason games, just to kind of, you know, form my own opinion about things. Even though that stuff is vanilla too, you know what I mean. But I just want to see these guys in action a little bit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So, I don't know, bro. Yeah, we'll see about Sky.
Yeah, I mean, his range of outcomes is pretty wide, man. They drafted a receiver this year, signed Richie James in free agency. So
The
his
other kid
advanced
too. That's
outcomes would
right.
be,
Dang, I forgot they took another one this year. Dang, okay.
yeah,
Yeah,
he'll be making some moves, man.
definitely.
He'll be making some moves. All right. Miles Sanders, your boy, Miles Sanders tweaks his groin in practice.
That's my old boy. You know
Your
what I'm
old boy,
saying?
yeah.
That's my ex. Yeah. But nah, I mean, I hadn't even heard about this news, honestly, man. That happened today.
It happened today, yeah.
Oh,
They said it was a little tweak, but you
Gotcha.
know, I don't know if it's going to be one of those things where everybody's running to the waiver wire to pick up Chuba Hubbard.
right,
But,
right,
you know,
right.
Better safe than sorry. Hopefully the Miles Sanders owners already have Hubbard on their roster. So
Right. Got him handcuffed.
Yeah.
I don't really know about that situation. Like, for running back, Carolina got a decent offensive line. You know what I mean? But I don't know how successful that offense is going to be anyway. You know what I mean? As far as like just moving the ball. So I don't know if it's like a priority. Of course, you want to start in running back, but
yeah,
I mean, you know, but at the end of the day, it's, you know, it's still training camp. You know what I mean? Like Deuce Staley, I want to say Deuce Staley is the running back coach over there now.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He tries to take it easy. You know what I mean?
Associate head coach or something.
You say what now?
I think he the associate head coach.
Associate head coach. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
something like that,
Yeah.
yeah.
With Frank Reich, you know, it's a couple Eagles down there. You know, I mean, a couple former Eagles staff. You know what I mean, getting together. You know, we spreading out everywhere. You know what I mean? But I mean, at the end of the day, like, no, Frank Reich told Miles Sanders that like to be prepared for, you know, a lot of receptions this year and stuff like that. So maybe they just kind of trying to rest him a little bit. It's possible, you know what I mean, for a nice little workload.
Yeah,
you know,
preparing for that heavy monster workload, Derrick Henry type workload.
Yeah, I mean, you know, something like that, man. But I mean, I just don't know about these injuries that they be getting in training camp, especially with the running backs, with all the stuff that the running backs are going through. Like, I feel like just like with Seattle and Zach Charbonnet and Kenny Walker, like, I feel like they just kind of resting these guys, man. You know what I mean? Just kind of, you know, like, we care about you type stuff. You know what I mean? Like, you know, we value you, even though we don't value you with the money. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I you know, I have to see about that. Because, like I said, that didn't even come through my news stream. You know what I mean? So,
oh, you know, I'm always hunting.
Right.
When you see any piece of information.
Oh, yeah. Most definitely. Got to.
All right. On to Philadelphia, where Kenneth Gainwell is playing like a feature back.
They say he's running like a feature back.
They said he's playing like a feature back. He is playing like a feature back. Take it with a grain of salt, you know.
Right.
I mean, you got Penny and those other guys there. And not to mention they got all 5 running backs. Their names as like co-starters.
Right. Yeah. We got a bunch of them. We got a bunch of them. They added some to that room, man. Kenny last year was good though. Kenny was good, man. Kenny Gainwell, he was solid. Like in the playoffs, I want to say against the Giants, that win against the Giants, he played ball, man. So I mean, he can play that feature role. So I'm not really surprised by that, man. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, like, you know, they brought them kids in, Penny and what's the other kid, Swift. They brought them kids in. Those injury prone type guys, you know. So I mean, you gotta hype yourself up, man, just in case. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's, you know, it's all good news. I mean, you know, and like I said, Kenny had already played that role, like I said, on like the highest level, you know, in the playoffs, you know. So he's definitely capable of, you know, moving that needle and carrying that rock, man. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Especially with that line that we got, bro. Like, I mean, you can about put anybody back there. You know, honestly. Yeah, I mean, it's that's what's up. Hopefully Penny can stay healthy though. I really like what I've seen from Rashad Penny, the little bit of time he's been healthy in NFL. I feel like he can really be a top running back.
Oh, easy.
You know, if he stays healthy, which he has never done.
Never.
I mean?
Dude
It's
is like the Anthony Davis of the NFL, man.
Right.
All his
Hey,
potential,
that's a good call,
but
man.
can't stay healthy, man. So
Unbelievable.
yeah. All right. A couple more here, and then we'll get to the meat and potatoes. Baker. has been tabbed to start the first preseason game. Baker Mayfield has been tapped to start the first preseason game for the Bucks, and Kyle Trask is going to start game number 2.
Okay.
Do you think Baker has the edge right now in the QB competition?
I don't, man. I don't. From what I've seen, like it's just been up and down from both of them. And I feel like, you know, the in-house kid, the kid that they drafted, I feel like he's always going to have that upper hand just because the organization, they don't want to feel like they made a mistake, even though he wasn't like a high pick. But Trask is their guy. What was he, a 5th rounder, maybe? 4th, 5th rounder? I don't know. It was somewhere around there. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I feel like somebody had to start the first game. Somebody got to start the second game. Like that's a legit competition right there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think it's going to get played out in the preseason. You know, whoever kind of performs better.
You know, there's the interesting tidbit with that. The Seahawks, I think Dave Canales, I can't remember if that's his name, but he's with the Seahawks last year, the coordinator. He's now with the Bucks.
Okay.
And, you know, there was a similar thing last summer with Geno and Drew Lock, a QB competition. So I thought it was like a weird coincidence to point out. I was like, wait, what? He's in the same situation? So that might mean, like, whoever wins might end up in the top QB this year. So
Right. Yeah, and they got weapons.
They do.
They definitely got weapons down there. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, I mean, but I really don't know much about Trask. You know, I'm really interested to see him play. You know, obviously I've seen Baker play a lot. You know what I mean? Baker played pretty good last year, actually.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, with the Rams.
With the Rams.
Yeah, with the Rams. Yeah, with the Rams.
Up with us.
Yeah. Good correction. That was definitely toward the end of the season after they traded for him. I think it was particularly one night game. I think he had got traded a couple of days before and came in on a Thursday night, and you know he was kind of lighting people up. So, I mean, it'll be interesting to see, but I don't really feel like that's big news. You know what I'm saying? You know, I just felt like they maybe flipped the coin. You get it first, you know what I'm saying? You get it second, but they're gonna get equal shots at this thing.
Yeah, actually, I like the untapped upside of Kyle Trask. You know, we know what Baker is. Yeah. You know, but Kyle Trask, we don't know. So I'm very intrigued by that. I'm very intrigued.
Right. Yeah. We'll see. You're always looking toward that, you know what I'm saying, that shiny new thing, man. I mean, he was sitting behind the GOAT too last year. So
yeah, he got to pick something up.
Yeah.
You never hear bad news about Tom Brady, shunning,
right,
you know, his understudies. It's always Aaron Rodgers doesn't talk to his guys or whatever.
Right.
But you never hear about Tom Brady, and you know, we've seen the Tom Brady guys get jobs in the league, man. Brian Hoyer, GBG.
That's real. Yeah.
What's the dude's name? Matt
Castle.
Matt Shaw. Matt.
Oh,
is it Matt Castle?
Matt Castle. I think he was one of the kids.
Yeah. He went to the Chiefs, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Jacoby Brissett. It's a lot of them, man.
Yeah.
It's a lot of them. That's a good point by you.
Yeah. There's a lot of QBs.
Ton of them. Yeah.
QB apples falling from the Brady tree, man. QB apples falling from the Brady tree.
Stidham fit in that category.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah. He started for the Raiders.
Yeah, he did.
Wait, was he drafted? Did he play with Brady? Oh, his last year.
So that was his rookie year. That was Stidham's rookie year.
Yeah, because this is about his 3rd or 4th year.
I want to say this is 4th. Yeah, about his 4th.
Because he competed with Cam. I remember him and Cam was going battling for the starting spot. Yeah, that's right. Okay. All right, we might be on to something there.
So we'll see. But and also, man, you know, just to throw back a little bit on that Rodgers comment, you got to see Hard Knocks, man. Rodgers is the new guy, bro. I mean, that's all I'm gonna say. You just gotta see the episode, man, because he's embracing that role now. You know what I mean? So, and to, you know, Zach, you know what I mean? Uh-huh. And it looked like it was working a little bit. He was legit coaching that kid up, man. So
really.
Yeah. You gotta check it out, man. You gotta check it out.
Boy, I'm gonna have to sneak in offer to Bob.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Yes. I was kind of, because I got him on a couple of dynasty teams, and I was like, this guy, you know, just a wasted roster spot right now. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But he made a couple good throws in that preseason game.
Yeah.
That
he was
one,
like 3 for 5
especially.
or something, wasn't he? 3 for 4.
Yeah. He was
60
about 3 for 4, but one was like a snapshot 50-yard down the field, like right in the bucket, bro. Like, so yeah, he's taking to it. He's taking to it a little bit, man. You know what I mean?
Hey, good for him, man. I've always been kind of rooting for him, man. He's been the underdog. So
right.
And I always like this footwork, man. I saw him play. Did you go to the game with me? We go together to the Panthers and Jets game?
Was that the game we went to?
It might have been like the season opener, and I was pretty much like, yo, I love Zach Wilson, man. His footwork was phenomenal, and the throws he was making. I think this is his rookie year too.
This is his rookie year. It may have been, bro.
I was swooning over him.
Yeah, it may have been. When did he get drafted? That was 20.
That was 2021.
21
year, yeah.
And you saying that would have been that first game? We may have went to that game.
Yeah, first game of the season.
Oh, Zach wasn't bad. Like start. His confidence got shaken somewhere down the line, man. Now, I mean, he looked average, but he wasn't never like good.
Yeah.
But like after a while, it just like it was horrible.
Fell apart.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, getting benched and the injuries and
right.
I guess when the backup is playing better than you, that'll be something that destroys your confidence as well.
That'll kill you, man.
Because you remember Mike White, man. He came in and was throwing like 3 touchdowns a game and
going crazy.
Yeah,
and the crowd just chanting his name. Like,
exactly.
That's a no-win situation. You know what I mean? Like, speaking of that, your boy Mac Jones was in a similar situation last year with that. With Bailey Zappi. They was chanting his name, but I mean, Mac Jones is not playing tonight, though. You know what I mean? So the Patriots are still fully invested in him. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. It's you can always like bounce. You can always bounce back, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
For sure. Yeah. Just opportunity.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
All right. Last one. And this is just a little tidbit. Sauce and Garrett Wilson take part in individual drills today. You know, they didn't participate in practice, but they took part in individual drills. Right. So it's looking like their injuries weren't that serious. You know, both of them left practice the other day with injuries. So it's just a piece of positive news to hear about their participation, even though it's on a limited basis.
Right.
So, you know, they're both vital parts of the team. You know, one's the leader of the defense and the other one's a huge part of the offense. So it's good to see that.
You were saying Sauce and Garrett, right?
Yeah, Sauce and Garrett Wilson. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Those are key cogs right there, man. You know what I'm saying? Sure. That's another part of that Hard Knocks joint too, because they was battling. You know what I mean? Right. And like it was like tick for tack too, bro. Like one of them a burnt, like, you know, Sauce to get burnt. They didn't make a pass breakup, but it's all respect, man. You know what I mean? Because they know that they're working with greatness. You know what I mean? On both sides. And like I was telling you, iron sharpens iron.
Yes,
so, yeah. They could be like days off and stuff like that. Could be like just, you know, general rest, trying to shut them boys down for a little bit, give them a little rest, man. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Little preseason rest.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
The boys going too hard against each other.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So yeah.
All right. That's it for the news and notes today. Hopefully, you know, somebody out there picked up something.
Definitely.
Man, let's get on to our meat and potatoes, man. The player that you think is gonna break your fantasy team this year.
He's gonna break it. No, I will say this: he's gonna break a fantasy team because I'm not gonna draft him. You know what I mean? You know, and I got a couple kids down here. I got mostly wide receivers, but I'll say the you know, just the first one. I'll say like Deebo Samuel. You know what I mean? I feel like he's been drafted maybe like 3-4 turn or something like that, maybe third round. I'm not sure what his ADP is. I want to say maybe like fourth round or something like that. But anyway, it's just way too many. It's way too many mouths to feed over there. And like it's gonna be Purdy probably, you know. And if it's Lance, then you know that's probably gonna be even worse. Yeah. You know, like I mean, just from like, you know, a reception standpoint. But I feel like Brandon Ayuk is a better wide receiver than Deebo Samuel. Just
Yeah,
on the
better
surface.
pure receiver for sure.
Yeah, definitely. You know what I mean? Deebo, all his upside is like it's built into like just being like a weapon, and like, you know, the stretch that he had as a weapon. You know what I mean? During that stretch when they didn't really have any running backs and stuff like that. Now they got probably the best running back in the game, and the best and at, you know, maybe not the best pure runner, but the best overall. You know what I'm saying? Like versatile. You know, do it all running back in the game. Definitely the best receiving running back in the game. You know what I mean? And so like they went out and got that kid. Like, I mean, it's not going to be a need for Deebo to run the ball at all. McCaffrey is going to be taking targets. You got a pure route runner with Brandon Ayuk. You got George Kittle streaming up the field. You know what I mean? So I just feel like Deebo, I don't know. I just feel like he ain't going to be able to do what he do. Like, they're going to gadget him up some plays. They're going to design him some plays, get the ball in his hands and stuff like that. But it's not going to be a situation where like he's like returning value of like, you know, like a 3rd round, 4th round pick. I don't think, you know what I mean? He could be inconsistent, and he might have a pop week or something like that where he breaks one for a touchdown or something like that. But yeah, I just
have a few of those.
Yeah, he could, you know what I mean? But I mean, there are some receivers that, you know, are going in the hundreds that are going to have like, you know, maybe a game or two. You know what I mean? So, I mean, that's just how it is. You know what I mean? So I ain't feeling the Deebo. You know, he won't be on my squad, and he will break your team. He will bust. You know what I mean?
Samuel.
He will tank it.
Yeah, I have to agree, man. I don't think he's gonna be him this year.
Right.
He's just gonna be just another guy within the 49ers wide receiver corps.
In that call.
But he's a heck of a weapon, man.
He's a weapon, man.
Yeah, he might end up playing some backup running back this year, you know, with the injury to Elijah Mitchell, who, by the way, is injured again. He injured every year, man. He injured every year, man.
It's unbelievable, man. Big some of these guys, bro, like, I don't know what they be doing, man. Drink some milk. You know
something. All right. So Brown picked Deebo, and my pick, my guy that is going to bust this year, and he's going to destroy your team because you're going to spend a 1st round pick on him.
Whoa.
A lot of people have already. His ADP right now is 8 overall, which is a crime. Right. And this guy, his name is Stephon Diggs.
Oh, man.
And I'm going to tell you why this dude's going to bust.
Okay.
He's had a few good seasons in a row playing with Buffalo, right? He's had a few great seasons, right? But he's currently being drafted as a wide receiver 5. Okay, the wide receiver 5. And in order to, I feel like this is ceiling. Right?
5.
Yeah, because number one, Buffalo has more weapons this year. Right, they have more people to throw to. They have the super rookie, Dalton Kincaid, Dawson Knox, player development. He's only getting better, even though he's probably going to be used more as a blocker. Gabe Davis has supposedly taken a step forward this year. Right. Diggs even came out of his own mouth and said, I think Gabe Davis is going to have a great year this year.
Yeah.
He's a breakout player.
Yeah.
You know, they have James Cook, who's an excellent pass catching back.
Got Cook coming out the backfield, yeah.
They brought in Trent Sherfield, who's he's not a big common household name, but man, he gets it done, man. He gets it done. I like Sherfield. He's got size. You know, he can run. You know, he's a solid target. He's a solid target. So they got a lot more mouths to feed.
Definitely.
And compared to some of the other guys like Justin Jefferson, and there's some young guys underneath him too, man, like Garrett Wilson, who's getting drafted later. Devontae is getting drafted after him, man. He's pretty much the only show in town. right? So I just feel like with the amount of talent in Buffalo and with their seemingly willingness to run the ball more, with the addition of Damian Harris and Latavius Murray,
Right.
So that's a big sign right there that they want to run the ball more.
I'm trying to pound a little bit, yeah.
I don't think he's going to reach that wide receiver 5 status. So I don't think he's going to finish outside the top 10, maybe even outside the top 15. Right. So Stephon Diggs is my bust for this year.
Now you saying tank? Where would he have to finish to tank your team? Where you think he would have to finish?
So,
like outside top 15?
Yeah, if you're investing a first round pick, like you want him to lead, basically be top 2, top 3 in points for that position.
Right? Shooting for the upside.
You shooting for that upside, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or not necessarily the upside, just that consistency. Consistently, what you know you're gonna get, and he's gonna be consistent. You know, it's gonna get you 8 to 12 fantasy points a game. You know what I'm saying? But that's not gonna be enough to surpass to pay off his price at wide receiver 5 or ADP.
That ain't gonna do it.
It's not going to do it. So I think he's going to pop this year or bust this year.
Right.
He's going to bust this year, man.
Yeah, it is a lot of weapons around there. And especially if, like, they get Kincaid in that slot, like they're saying, that big, because they're trying to make him a big slot, I want to say. You know what I mean? And then, like you said about Gabe Davis, like, ooh, you know what I mean? Because Gabe has shown that he can take over a game. You know what I mean?
4 touchdowns.
Yeah,
in the playoffs.
Yes, sir. So he's shown that he can do that. You know, so he's definitely not anybody that I've been drafting anyway. Like he's just that guy, and I don't necessarily think he's gonna bust, but he's just like that boring guy, I guess. You know, and in that range, in that range, I'm not. You know, I'm not looking for him, man. I'm, you know, it's other cats on my mind at that time. You know,
for sure.
Yeah, like you said, Garrett. Like I definitely, and he's going like, I don't know, maybe a half a round behind him. You know what I'm saying? Half a round, maybe a full round. I know Garrett is a second round pick. I think I like Garrett straight up over Diggs, man.
Yeah, So. A lot of people, including myself, and I'm pretty sure you too. You've been. Once Devontae tweeted that connection between him and Wilson looked special. Aaron Rodgers and Garrett Wilson looked special.
Oh yeah,
like that was kind of like a light bulb switching on.
Yes, sir.
Like this dude had a connection with him, so you know,
you got to pick up on the tea leaves, man. Like it's too late after you drafted. Like you gotta. This is an important time for fantasy players and fantasy owners, man. You got to take advantage of this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, true, man. Well, that's really like all I have today, man. You got anything else you want to throw in there? I know you got stuff you gotta do, man. Sorry for holding you this long.
Oh no, it's all good. It's all good. No. This is straight right here, man. It's all good. Get the people what they want. You know, just stay away from Debo. Stay away from Steph Diggs. I feel like I went kind of late with my pick. You know what I mean? If it was somebody, I'm trying to think of somebody in the first 2 rounds that I would stay away from, or either the first round, because I feel like it's going to be more people that like having to make a decision on some of those players as opposed to saying like Debo or something like that. You know what I mean? So I would say like I'm trying to do it good. Obviously, like Taylor and Josh Jacobs, you know what I mean? Like they fall in because they're not around and stuff like that. But I would say just the people that are in camp. I wish I had a list right now. I'm trying to think. Because I like Bijan. I would take Bijan. I would take C-Mac, Jefferson, Chase. I take all them kids. CMC.
Bro, did you see Bijan was like 3rd on the depth chart?
Yeah, I did see that. I
swear, I think they
put him behind C-Pat, didn't they?
Yeah. Algiers number 1.
Right, they had Algier number 1.
Yeah.
And Rick gotta earn it, big dog.
Which is smart. But you know, at some point, it does feel like the coaches are trolling, man. I mean,
right.
Like, I started bust out laughing when I saw the Eagles 5 running back starting. I was like, wait,
all of them,
yo. I was like, this is crazy. He's
I don't
trolling
even know
for
who
sure.
our fifth runner. I think I got an idea who the fifth guy is, but I don't even know who that guy is. But yeah, I mean, so I don't know. That's just Sirianni being Sirianni, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if it was one guy, you know, that's going pretty early, it'd probably be Cooper Kupp. You know what I mean? Just because he's got that hamstring, you know, and this is you know, training camp hamstring. Those things can linger. So I'd probably say Cooper Kupp would be the guy that I would, you know, that would sink your team if you take him in the first round. I'd probably say him. You know what I mean? Sure. Even if he's healthy at the time when you draft, like those things can recur. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, and you see what they did with him last year. You know,
right?
Took him out.
Took him on out of there.
Yeah, with Stafford. So
shut him down.
Red flag, man. Red flag. Right, and he's getting older too. I think he's like 30, 31 this year.
Whew.
Or it might be he's between 29 and 31. And that's
I bet he could get a new contract next year if he wanted to, probably.
For sure.
Like the running backs.
For sure. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah. Well, yeah, man. I appreciate you jumping in, man. And you know what I'm saying? I hope to do this like Monday through Friday, man. There's like a ton of news coming out, so if you can join, man, like let's do it. Let's get it, man.
Yes, sir. Hey, just let me know.
Market. Yeah,
just let me know. This is amazing. We got Daquan. I got Bebe real quick, man, because he's saying something that I agree with. You know what I mean? It caught my eye. You know what I mean? Breakout. You know what I mean?
Calvin Ridley.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Calvin Ridley is already broken out technically.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But oh my God, that dude is about to. It's top 5, dog. It's top 5 pretty easily. You know what I mean? So that's gonna be interesting to see, man. But yeah, and you know what I'm saying? Like I should be here, man. You know, just let me know. It's always gonna be news to discuss.
Always.
Always.
Football, basketball, all that stuff, man. So
yes, sir.
Super exciting, man. Super exciting.
Yes, sir. Let's get it.
Yeah. Ridley, I don't know if he's gonna get top 5, but you know what I'm saying? He's gonna be up there.
Think about it, you ain't gotta draft him there.
You ain't gotta draft him. That's it.
Gotta get him there.
Like in the mid rounds.
Yes, sir.
That's like the money. That's the money space for the receivers, man.
Right.
See, Amon-Ra last year, Antonio Brown years past, man. Devont, it's crazy. That's like a breeding ground for a top 5 receiver, man.
Right.
The middle rounds. So just gotta find
in that sweet spot. And like I said, you're looking at Debo. I think Debo and Ridley may be going right around the same area. You know what I mean? It's possible that they go right around the same area. So there you go. You know what box to check on that one.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, because I got one going up and one going down. You know what I mean? So yeah, man.
All right, true. Well, appreciate everybody tuning in. Steve, you got anything else? We can call it, man.
Oh no, it's all good. Appreciate everybody joining.
Yes, sir. All right, man. Appreciate you guys. Check you all on the next one. Peace.
All right.